What is up, everyone? You're watching the Stock Market Summary series. It was yet another interesting day in the markets. Almost every sector was in the red today, just adding to the bearish week we've had. And I think the question on everyone's mind is, how will Jerome Powell's speech tomorrow shake things up? We're going to get into the markets, we'll touch on the economy, and we'll wrap up with crypto and metals. Before we get into it, do us a solid and click that like button and click that subscribe while you're at it so you never miss a beat. You can always unsubscribe later. And always remember, nothing we say here is buying or selling advice. We're just here to provide some market commentary and trading education. With that said, let's get into it. So today definitely felt like a bit of a subtle chess match in the markets. Stocks softened a bit for sure, but there was this kind of underlying resilience, wouldn't you say? Like a quiet strength in places.
Yeah, resilience is a good word for it. You saw the S&P 500, the SPY. It slipped about 0.4%. But the key thing is it's testing that 20-day moving average.
Like the one we flagged yesterday.
Exactly. A real test there for short-term momentum. The NASDAQ, QQQ, also saw a dip about 0.46% down, but impressively held above its 50-day moving average. Still feeling that tech pressure, but finding a floor, sort of.
Okay. And the Dow?
The Dow, DIA, it eased just 0.31%, holding pretty comfortably above its own 20-day MA. Seems like blue chip strength is, holding up.
Interesting. And the small caps? The Russell 2000 IWM seemed to be marching to its own beat today.
It absolutely did, yeah. IWM bucked the trend, gained 0.25%. And it's forming what looks like potentially a bull pullback pattern.
Okay, sectors. Energy, XLE, seemed to lead the pack today.
It did. XLE gained 0.69%. It's continuing that impressive upside breakout. Remember, it looked like a failed bear flag?
Right, which is usually bearish, but when it fails...
Exactly. When a bear flag fails, it can often lead to a sharp reversal, which is pretty much what we've seen here.
Gotcha. And on the other side, consumer staples, XLP, lagged.
Yeah, XLP was the laggard today, dropped about 0.9%. Another interesting one we're watching closely is financials, XLF. They're really teasing a breakout, sitting just below a downward sloping trend line.
Okay, so what's the play there? Or the thinking, rather?
Well, the trading wisdom here is pretty straightforward. A decisive move above that line, with volume, could spark some significant upside. But if it gets rejected there, it might just roll over and head lower. Recognizing these kinds of setups, these potential turning points, and managing the risk around them, that's really core stuff we teach in our mentorship program.
Makes sense. Beyond the charts, though, the broader economy is, it's casting a long shadow, isn't it? Especially with Jackson Hole tomorrow, Powell's speech.
Indeed. That's the main event everyone's focused on. We did get existing home sales figures today, showed some modest growth, but didn't really jolt the markets much.
There's still all eyes on Powell.
Pretty much. Clarity on interest rates, that's the big question. We also saw a nickel jobless claims tick up a bit to 235,000, according to Edward Jones.
An uptick, okay, but still low.
Yeah, crucially, they remain historically low. So it tells us firms aren't, slashing payrolls aggressively just yet. Offers a bit of stability maybe amidst those tariff-driven inflation concerns. Today really felt technically driven. Markets digesting data, bracing themselves, waiting for Powell.
Right. Okay, let's shift gears then. Crypto and metals. Saw a bit of a pullback in crypto and mixed moves in metals.
Yeah, Bitcoin BTC fell about 1.7%, basically erased yesterday's gains. And now it's actively testing support just below its 50-day moving average.
So a critical spot for Bitcoin bulls?
Definitely. We need to see some strong buying pressure step in there. Otherwise, could see more downside.
And gold, GLD.
Gold dipped a bit, 0.35%. Just pulling back slightly after bouncing off that trend line support yesterday.
Okay. But silver, SLV, that was interesting, edging up.
Yeah, silver continues to be intriguing. SLV edged up 0.52% today and is getting really close to that downward sloping resistance of its symmetrical triangle pattern.
The one we highlighted yesterday.
That's the one. Picture the price coiling up, right, like a spring, just waiting for a breakout. We're tracking this really closely at Grok Trade because a breakout there, especially with significant volume, could signal a really powerful move for silver bulls. Again, recognizing these specific chart patterns, these indicators, it's a fundamental part of what we teach.
Makes sense. As always, guys, if you've got a stop you're watching or a question about the markets, drop it in the comments. We might cover it in an upcoming episode.
Days like today, where you see markets testing key levels like the SPY at the 20-day or patterns forming in XLF, IWM, and SLV, it really underscores the value of understanding market structure, doesn't it? Our Grok Trade mentorship program isn't just about spotting a pattern on a chart. It's about giving you a robust framework to actually interpret what the market is telling you.
Exactly. It equips you with the essential tools, the practical knowledge to spot setups like those bull pullbacks or the triangle breakouts we talked about. And it's all backed by solid risk management strategies and coaching. It's a serious program designed to deliver real results, helping you translate market signals into, well, actionable insights. If you're ready to trade smarter, Grok Trade definitely has your back. All right, that wraps up today's market summary. We hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you in tomorrow's market summary to unpack Powell's speech and more.